The opportunity for developers in the Web 3.0 space is absolutely nuts. Of course, you can earn a high salary working for a company, but there's all these other ways to make money on the side, like launching your own NFT project. And in this video, I want to talk about the blockchain developer who made $400,000 with their NFT project in just 2 months. Break down exactly how he did this so that you can learn from it and try this yourself. So before we get into that, if you're new around here, hey, I'm Gregory, and on this channel, I turn you into a blockchain master. So if that's something that you're interested in, then smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to this channel. All right, so let's get into this. Let's talk about the blockchain developer who made $400,000 with their NFT project in just 2 months. So the person who actually did this was a 12-year-old boy who did this on his summer holiday in between school years. This is a really crazy story. You're going to want to hear all this. But because this is such a big opportunity, literally, anybody can do it. That's exactly why I'm going to show you how to launch your own NFT project step by step from start to finish inside the NFT Masterclass on Thursday, November 3rd. Trust me, you don't have to be an advanced coder or even an artist to take advantage of this opportunity. So go ahead and hold your spot with the link down below today. All right, so Benjamin Ahmed is the 12-year-old boy who created this NFT project that made $400,000 in just 2 months in between his, summer holiday for school. So he did this with the Weird Whales project, which is a generative NFT project where, essentially you could mint the NFTs for a small fee, and then they would start trading on the open marketplace like OpenSea, for example. And he's able to make this from a combination of the mint fees, whenever people bought them initially in the sale, and then also any royalties that were exchanged once the NFT started trading on an open marketplace, So I want to peel back some of the things that made this successful for him so that you can learn from this and also, try this yourself. So the first thing to understand is that, this was not his first NFT collection, He launched one previously just before this that didn't quite do as well, But then when he pivoted and created this Weird Whales project, that's one that really took off and gained some traction and made some significant money from it in just a short amount of time. So the first lesson from this is, if you launch one NFT project and it doesn't have the wild success that you're hoping for, you might just need to go back to the drawing board and try something else, before you can actually get traction. That's exactly what he did. And his second one was really a home run because an NFT collection is really not that hard to create in the grand scheme of things. And, the total investment that he had for this project was only $300, for the cost of the contract creation on both attempts. And so let's look at some of the things that made this second project successful, compared to this first one, So again, it's the Weird Whales project. So let's start off with the actual theme, So really, he hit the nail on the head with the theme of this project, the tokenomics behind it, and then the design in general, because it's completely different from the other one. So the other one, he was going out and creating something like, a Minecraft-based NFT because he's just interested in Minecraft, But, instead of doing that and something that he was personally interested in, he switched to something that was very similar to other successful projects. He modeled them because that's actually reflective of what's in demand in the marketplace. That's tip number one, is find out what's in demand, what are NFT collectors actually looking for, and then create something like that. Don't just create something that's based on your own interest. And so a lot of the things that make this project successful are modeled off like the CryptoPunks project. So this was one of the first original NFTs that are highly coveted on the blockchain. This even predates the ERC 721 standard that most NFTs use now. And so, what are some parallels between, the CryptoPunks project and the Weird Whales project? So first of all, you can see the pixel art, So pixel art is sort of this lo-fi or low-res, I should say, kind of theme that a lot of NFT collections have. And that's very similar to CryptoPunks. And he applied that to a different concept, which is essentially just, an animal theme instead of a punk theme. You swap it out for something else. See lots of different animal NFTs out there. Whales is a good choice, and then you can come up with a name. Weird Whales, it's got this alliteration, and it rolls off the tongue, and it's just catchy. So the next part is the scarcity. So CryptoPunks is, 10,000 NFTs in the collection, and, the Weird Whales is 3,350. So the whole idea is there's only going to be a maximum number of NFTs in existence. He really nailed the tokenomics. Also, the rarity, sort of the hierarchy of different NFTs inside the collection is like there's only this many that have this attribute versus this many that have attribute. Did pretty well in this project as well. And then also the format of minting the NFTs from scratch, where essentially you hold a date in the future, you advertise that date, you send people to a website, just like one we saw here, that tells people when the NFT drop is going to happen, and they show up with their MetaMask wallet, they connect to it. They click the mint button, and then they're able to essentially purchase those NFTs or create them from scratch until the sale has run out. All right, so those are some of the things that made this particular project successful and how he was able to sell $400,000 of NFTs in just 2 months' time. Again, it's a 12-year-old boy, and this way, air quotes, anybody can do it. Point being, you don't have to be some advanced coder. You don't have to be some sophisticated artist to actually create a collection that people will pay for. So let me give you some ideas on how to create your own collection like this, okay? So before I was talking about, he created a collection that was, really similar to other ones that are in demand. So how do you ask yourself, what are NFT collectors currently looking for? How could I create a project that, fits the demand of the current market? Well, you can go to OpenSea, okay, which is one of the most popular NFT, marketplaces out there. All right. You can go to the trending tab or the top tab, okay? And you can just look to see what people are actually collecting. Now, of course, some of the top collections are ones that have been out there for quite some time, like Bored Ape Yacht Club, CryptoPunk, et cetera, et cetera. But you can actually go to the trending tab, all right, and look to see what's hot right now, and then see the ones that were created recently to find out what the, sort of cutting edge trends are, and then maybe create a collection that has some commonality between those things. And so once you've got that, theme in mind about what you want to do, now it's time to actually create the NFT artwork itself so that you can figure out, how many you want to have. So, in this case, like I was saying before, CryptoPunks has 10,000. The Weird Whales had 3,350. You could look at some of the trending ones lately and see what a good number to have is. Now, of course, you need to have all the artwork ready to create that type of stuff, but I can definitely show you how to do that. But then it's time to actually create the artwork, okay? So, if you're not an artist, you can, hire an artist and collaborate with one. You could easily get on a website like Upwork.com to find an artist who's actually launched NFT projects before. You might even be able to partner with somebody who could share in the upside of this project, so you don't have to pay as much upfront in order to do this. You might be able to find somebody who will work sort of on spec entirely. And the same goes if you're not a coder. Like, let's say you're an artist or you just want to launch an NFT project in the first place. You could hire out pretty much every aspect of this as long as you're the brains behind the operation and are willing to assume the risk of deploying the contracts and all that type of stuff. So once you've got the artwork, you definitely need the blockchain side of things, which is the actual NFT itself, okay? So, of course, I highly recommend doing this in Solidity, okay, because you're going to have a bunch of different options of different blockchains you could deploy this to. So whenever you create your smart contract, I highly recommend creating an NFT that's mintable and enumerable so that you can actually see how many are in the entire collection, and you can create new NFTs from scratch, basically start from zero, and then essentially let people, call a mint function on your NFT. Okay, the easiest way to do it is really just to have a function on the actual NFT itself that does the minting and then pays the fee in Ether, so that you can collect that fee and then it sends it to your wallet and then it gives them an NFT. Now, in terms of choosing a blockchain, okay, that's where, going to something like a Solidity is really beneficial because you have a bunch of blockchains to choose from, okay? So if you want to put your NFT on Ethereum, that's where a lot of the high-value NFTs have started, okay? And a lot of them continue to live on top of Ethereum, and the gas fees are a lot lower now, and the crypto price is lower than it was, even a year ago. So that makes it a lot easier to put those contracts on the network and then for other people to actually pay those fees as well. But if you choose Solidity, then, you get a lot of other mileage. Like, you can go to OpenSea, right? And then go to this trending tab that I was talking about, and you can see all the different chains that they support. So essentially, if you create your NFT and pull it to another EVM compatible chain that already supports Solidity out of the box, like Arbitrum, which is layer 2, Avalanche, EVM compatible chain, Ethereum, Polygon, also Optimism. Okay, that's a bunch of different chains that you could put your NFT on. Let's say you wanted to have a lower cost chain like Polygon, for example. That's where all the Reddit NFTs are that just launched recently. You can still put your NFT on that particular chain if you created it in Solidity in the first place with zero code changes. And then finally, you need your NFT website that does the minting, okay? So that's what this looks like. This was the Weird Whales minting website. You can take a lot of inspiration from this. Basically, it just needs some sort of image that shows people what your NFT is going to look like, okay? It needs to tell them when the minting is going to happen and have some scarcity based on that. Say, hey, it's going to happen this date in the future, and then there's only going to be so many NFTs, so that you can start advertising that and get people excited so they show up on the day of the minting event with their wallet ready, and they're ready to start clicking that button, okay? So that's also what you need. You basically need to connect your website to your smart contracts. They can connect to it with MetaMask. They can click that mint button, send in the Ether to pay for the NFTs, and that gets sent to you, and they get the NFT back in their wallet, okay? All right, so that's an overview of the 12-year-old boy who made $400,000 as an NFT project in between his school years on his summer holiday, okay? That's sort of reverse engineering what makes this project successful, and those are some ideas on how you can create a project like this yourself and everything that you need. So I'm going to show you how to do all this step-by-step inside that NFT Masterclass on Thursday, November 3rd. So make sure you hold your spot link down below. I'm going to show you how to create your own NFT project from scratch, even if you're not an artist, even if you're not an advanced developer. Okay, step-by-step from start to finish, contracts, website, the artwork itself, and also how to market it and get it listed on a website like OpenSea. So make sure you hold your spot, that link down below. As always, smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And until next time, thanks for watching Dapp University.